So MyFitnessPal, should we be using this to become successful with our nutrition, or should we avoid it? Today I wanted to bring up a little bit of information to help you guys out, have a little bit more of an understanding of MyFitnessPal around the pros and cons with using it. So the very first thing is, if we're gonna use MyFitnessPal, it's important to know that it does give you a good understanding of the amount of calories that you're consuming and the amount of macronutrients that you're consuming within your diet, the breakdown. It can really give you that understanding, and it can be, you know, game changing for you. It could help you lose weight. It can help you perform better in exercise. Whilst doing this, it can just give you that basic understanding. However, it's important to know it's probably not a lifelong habit. Things like, you know, using MyFitnessPal on a regular basis, it could be quite hard to do. So, you know, your social life, you know, things like you're going out for meals, it could be quite hard to track. If you're quite a busy person and you're on the go all the time, so things like your work commitments, your family commitments, it might be really, really hard to track on MyFitnessPal because it takes up so much of your time. So it's important to know that it's not always a lifelong habit, but it's good to maybe use this over a short period of time to get yourself some goals. If you use MyFitnessPal as well and you find that you're not getting results from it and you feel like I should be in a calorie deficit because I'm supposed to be losing weight, there may be an issue with how you're using MyFitnessPal and how you're tracking it down. So are you weighing foods correctly? When are you adding this food in? Are you waiting towards the end of the day until you add that food in? And whilst doing this as well, having the understanding is it's never ever going to be completely correct all the time. If you have that understanding in your mind, it's going to be around about the amount of calories that you've added in and around about the amount of macronutrients that you're consuming. That will give you more of an understanding, because most of the time people generally tend to underreport when they're using MyFitnessPal. And you know, it could be anyone. For instance, dietitians either underreport, but it's actually been shown in studies that women underreport more than males. That didn't come from me, that came from other people. But yeah, in studies, it has actually been shown that people generally tend to underreport. So if you have that understanding that it's around about the amount of calories that you may be consuming, then it should help you out. And if you look at the methods of being able to make sure that you weigh things down correctly, making sure you're adding the foods that you consume in at the right time as well, and you don't forget about adding the food in, this can really give you a bit more of an understanding, because people generally tend to become obsessive with using MyFitnessPal, and it's important to move away from this as much as possible. It can be a great tool to use as a form of accountability, but we shouldn't be always using this all the time. We shouldn't be relying on it to get ourselves amazing goals, because sometimes you may have to come away from using MyFitnessPal. So when that happens, what are you going to do? You can't always rely on your phone to be tracking your goals to get yourself some success. So it's important to know that if you have that understanding of maybe able to fluctuate in with using MyFitnessPal at the right time. So if you want to hit a really specific goal within a period, it may be a good time to use MyFitnessPal. However, for like long durations, it probably isn't the best idea to be using, because it'd be quite hard to track on MyFitnessPal all the time. Social occasions, family commitments, work commitments, holidays, all of these are going to affect you from tracking on MyFitnessPal. So I hope that makes sense. I hope it's given you a little bit more of an awareness of the pros and cons of using MyFitnessPal. If you've got any questions at all, please let me know. I'll speak to you soon.